Do you remember that 80s Dunkin' Donuts commercial where the alarm clock goes off at 3:30?
Time to make the donut.
Well, for the last 30 years, when my alarm clock goes off at 3:30, if it wakes up my wife, Kathy, she always says, it's time to make the donuts. And I say, you're right, it's time to make the donuts. And I get up and I go to work. You know how many mornings my alarm has gone off at 3:30? Well, according to AI, 6,828 times. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of donuts. It is a great job, but the hours suck. Ainsley and I have talked about this for years, about how hard it is to dash back from wherever we are on the weekends to be live on this couch at 6 a.m. on Monday. But we have to, because the Curvy Couch is an important part of the show, which brings me to this public service announcement. After decades of getting up at 3:30 and driving into New York City in the dark, today is the last day I will host this show from the couch. I'm not retiring. I'm not leaving the show. I'm still a host, but it's time for a change. Suzanne Scott, the CEO of Fox News Media and a friend of mine for over 30 years, and I have been trying to figure out what a guy who's been getting up at 3:30 for 2 generations should do next. And Suzanne gave me a great option to keep working on this show, just not every day. So from now on, I am working 3 days a week. Essentially, it's the Johnny Carson show deal. Remember, Johnny worked his 3 days in Burbank, and I will be based in Florida, which means you may never see me in a necktie again. Well, Florida is strategic because it's going to make it easier for me to report from Florida and other parts of America that don't get a lot of network airtime. I'll be going from the Carolinas to the Keys, from Middle America to Mar-a-Lago. So call me the coast-to-coast host. So when my kids were growing up, I never had breakfast with them. I was always here. Kathy did everything. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to have breakfast with my grandkids and my children whenever I can. I'm transitioning from it's time to make the donuts to it's time to make the breakfast, Grandpa. Now step on it. By the way, lots of great breakfast ideas in our #1 best-selling Happy Breakfast series, still available everywhere. Tomorrow, Kathy and I are going to go to D.C. to meet our 2-week-old grandson, George. My son, Peter, and his wife, Hillary, and their 2-year-old, Bridget, will get the first batch of coast-to-coast host French toast. And then we're off to Dallas, where Sally and her husband, Allie, just moved into a brand-new house with their 2-year-old son, Arthur. They needed more space because Sally's having a boy in July. And LJ tells me Dallas is really beautiful in the month of July. And my daughter/lawyer, Mary, and her husband, Marshall, always need help with their dog, Peanut. So Gaga and Grandpa are hitting the road to spoil all of our kids and our grandkids. Not with stuff, per se, but just by being there. So they're already stocking up the fridge with formula and Chardonnay, which they call Grandpa's medicine. I will continue to join the couch crew for commentary. You've trusted me for all these years, and don't worry, you will still hear my voice and my opinions loud and clear, despite whatever seasonal pollen is killing me. And today, I looked up, it's tree pollen. There is one downside. I have a lot of friends in this skyscraper. I'm going to miss seeing them in person. The security guys, the cafe crew, especially the hair and makeup team, because they are geniuses at what they do. Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen. And the closest to my heart, the Fox and Friends team, working day and night, producing America's #1 cable morning news show. And our leader, all-star producer Megan Albano, who's standing right there, gets a special shout-out because she is going to help me make my news schedule work. And for that, I am eternally grateful. The studio and control room crews have lots of folks I've worked alongside for decades. That's why it makes it hard. Just know you will still hear from me every day when I play Wordle with you, as soon as Chris Chulo picks the word, and then Ted says he solved it in 2. Ted is a liar. I'm just calling you out.
Right, wherever he is.
And as for the cast on the couch, who I love and adore, if this was the last day I'd ever work with you again, the waterworks would be flowing. You know me. But after a little vacation, I'm going to be back on the show via the magic of television, where somewhere, I guarantee you, somebody will ask me, is Ainsley really that sweet?
Aww.
And I'll say she is. And
Thank you.
Is Lawrence really that much fun? And I'll say he is indeed. Janice Dean, always so sunny, right? She is. And does Carly really know what crazy transitions you guys will throw at her? She doesn't. But she always has a snappy comeback. And more importantly, I hear this all the time. Does Brian Kilmeade really think we need somebody to tell us to get dressed?
Yes.
Let me ask you, when you go out in the morning, are people on the street wearing clothes? Yes, they are listening to Brian.
Thank
and
you.
Brian,
Thank
that
you.
is your legacy.
Thank you. That's all I need.
A lady at the airport said to me on Monday, she said, Steve, I didn't see you on the couch this morning. And I told her that from now on, I was working 3 days a week. And she said, that's great. You've been there a long time. And she's right, because once again, according to AI, I have hosted 31,607 hours of live TV on Fox News.
You got your 10,000 in.
That's right. And you know what? I'm not done yet. I will be back in 10 days when it's time to make the donuts.
And there you go.
Well
Good
said.
job, Steve.
Okay.
So you gave the lady the story? that woman
I
had
told
the
lady at
story.
the airport.
She had.
What are you doing?
How are you feeling?
You know, any transition is just, I don't know what to expect tomorrow morning when I don't have to wake up at 3:30. Oh, thank you, Stephanie Friedman. Just got a congratulations.
Larry Kudlow's producing. Yeah.
He is indeed. Used to be on the show. It'll be interesting just to see how it works, but it's going to be so much better. I'm only going to have to work 3 days a week. I got the grandkids. We're going to be in Florida. Florida's going to make it easier to travel all over the place. And that's, you know, as I look back at the shows I've done over the last couple of years, the most fun shows are always the live shows where we go out. I go to Kansas City, play pickleball. We've got some things already lined up. I'm not going to tell you, but it's going to be different than anything you see on morning television. And it's all going to be live. So that's the new stuff that's coming.
Well, we have messages for you and we have gifts for you. But first, we can't celebrate this morning without taking a look at some of our favorite moments from this curvy couch.
Oh, good.
Fox and Friends starts right now.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Pookie.
This
Pookie!
it's Steve's wife, Kathy. Good morning, Kathy.
I was the original Fox News weather guy. These are the current readings. As you can see, currently in New York, we got 50 degrees. Peter, do you remember when I used to bring you, Mary, and Sally to bring your kid to work day?
I do. I remember it well.
What do you think of Dad's job? I thought he was a dentist. That's Doocy on the loose. Back to you guys.
Hi there.
Where are you guys from?
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma. I'm from Kansas.
You were a future farmer of America.
I was. Here we go. Once again, my Green Acres background. Mr. October, that's me. Abilene, Kansas.
Look at you down here.
Right, exactly.
So cute.
It was all about going cross country.
That was your car, right?
That was my car.
Where are you going?
Today is my wife Kathy's birthday. I thought I would go birthday shopping. I've already mounted the dunk tank. It's going to happen in just a few seconds. My family's already queued up there.
Of course, Kathy, if your children are unable to hit that little lever, will you step up? Yes, she will, with glee. Oh!
Steve, are you ready?
Go!
Now what you're watching is a man that's about to jump in a tub of ice water.
Steve, you are certified tough mudder. Congratulations. You thought you were just going to get the news when you tuned in. You get so much more. You miss a little of Fox and Friends, you miss a lot. Remember, it was 2008.
Yes.
You said to Toba the sound guy, hey, would it be funny if I just jumped on Steve Doocy? Okay, there I'm down. You're pummeling me, and then Brian comes to my rescue, as he does. I don't know how to tell you this, but this segment has already started.
What has?
We started without you.
That's good. Does that ever happen?
No,
I'm impressed.
I would like to do my impersonation of your husband, George Herbert Walker Bush.
Go on. Oh, I love it.
In real life, you're a dame.
Yes.
And you know what? There's nothing like a dame.
Hey.
People have actually asked whether or not you and I are related.
Yes. See the chin, the nose, and everything.
I've got a very large nose.
Me too.
My daughter, Sally, has got a question for you, all right?
Okay.
Are you dating Nick Jonas of the Jonas Brothers?
Oh.
Harrison Ford.
Good morning. How
What are you? Fine. What are you doing here?
Good question.
Is there any chance my dad could be one of your backup dancers?
If he does an audition for me and I see him dance, if he's good, he'll be a backup dancer for me.
We will rock you. My wife Kathy said it's unusual to see you dancing, Steve, unless you've got a cocktail in your hand. Kathy joined us today because our cookbook, the Happy Cookbook, comes out today. I've been on TV cooking and stirring next to some of the world's best chefs for decades, learning the tricks of the trade.
We need the Steve Doocy power.
Let's wake up America. Whenever I go out to the grocery store or someplace else, somebody I don't know might say, hey, Steve, we wake up to Fox and Friends every morning. You know why? Because we feel like you are our friends. You are part of our family. It has been a busy 3 hours here on Fox and Friends. Thank you very much for trusting us for your morning news. Come back tomorrow, same time, same channel. I'm exhausted.
That was great. Yeah, that was great. Great edit. Well, Steve, I call you America's dad, but you're now America's granddad as well. So we got some gifts for you.
I hope it's old granddad.
You don't need your tie anymore, man.
Oh,
so these are untucked shirts.
nice.
Good job. True fashion, different colors.
Untuck it are the best.
You don't have to tuck it in.
I met Steve when I came here for my interview.
And no
I
tariff.
was the first
I was
one.
going up to Suzanne's office, and you showed me how to use these crazy elevators.
Yeah.
Because I was from South Carolina, I'd never seen anything like this. You taught me how to do it. I've been watching you for years, and now you're my co-anchor. God is so good.
Yes.
And you're such a gentleman. You always open the door for me. You always walk behind me.
Yes, my
Lets
husband.
me go
My
first.
husband said to me, "Who is going to take care of you when you go on trips with
I
Fox
know,
and Friends?"
I know.
Because Steve is always there to hold doors, to take luggage.
But Steve, I know that we're all going to experience, not moving out of the city. I know you're going to be in Florida with your wife, and it's so exciting. But when we all have to walk out of here and say goodbye, even though you're still going to be on the show, but to move.
3 days a
moving to
week.
Florida,
3 days a week.
I know that has to be difficult because everything in your life happened here.
That's
and now
right.
your children work here. So I have this for you.
My
because
kids grew up on TV.
You're going to be on the road.
Yes.
And you pack lightly. You'll take one suit.
Right.
And then you'll change your tie and change your shirt.
don't need
So
one.
I got some shirts.
This
Oh,
is
that's a
for
nice
your,
bag.
'cause I know you're
Okay.
traveling coast to
Oh,
coast.
thank you very much.
And Steve, I think that looking at your feet and concentrating on good foot health is going to be key because you're going to be on the road. So this is the new hottest shoe. The Hoka shoe provides optimum balance and quickness.
It's my
You're not going to
size.
believe how fast you're going to be in
like a
these shoes.
commercial.
And
know.
yeah,
You can
you will
really
love
run
them.
coast to
It
coast.
provides the proper.
Comfortable,
Yeah, it's
too.
going to help your lumbar.
Those will be good for pickleball.
And see, I just really. Oh, do you want to do
The
these
gift
gifts
from the
too?
team?
Yes.
You
We'll
talk
take
So
a look at the.
we
of
know you
course,
love pickleball. Okay.
paddles.
All right, we got you there.
Well, those are good paddles.
and
too.
then, a picture of us as well.
This is
There
my
you go.
favorite, the kind bars, because Steve eats kind bars every morning.
No, I
Everybody
think-
knows
And
I
then
love these.
these are for all the grandkids
Oh,
right
that's
here.
great.
Matching pajamas.
Oh,
And you eat
Arthur,
these.
Bridget.
You eat these every morning.
I do.
Now you can match the grandkids.
Wow.
Oh, look at that.
And look at this. Steve and Wordle.
Chulo.
That is so.
Jealous?
That is so great.
How's
So
Kathy
all right.
feeling?
Kathy is so excited. I'm going to still be working, but I'm only going
Right.
to be working 3 days a week. The problem is I'm going to be around her so much. Good luck. And that's the problem for her.
Listen, Steve, this is not going to be a problem. Before you go, we have a special message from somebody. Well, somebody special. In fact, we might as well just hit play.
Hi, Steve. It's your all-time favorite president, and I just want to congratulate you on your new and probably enhanced role. I just think you're a fantastic guy. You've always treated me fairly, sometimes a little more fairly than other times, but that's okay. You've been really stellar at what you do and at your craft, and you're going to continue. And it's really been an honor to have spent so much time with you and watching you and the whole group in the morning. It's the #1 show in the business, and it's going to stay that way for a long time to come, and you were a big part of it. So thank you for all of your service, because truly it was service. You've worked so hard, and now you're going to have another different dimension at Fox, and who knows, maybe it's going to be even bigger and better. But you are a very, very good man, and your son is going to represent you well. Peter's of equal talent, at least. In fact, you would say he's even better than you. So just take care of yourself. Say hello to your family, especially your wife. I know she's going to be feeling better really soon. And you're a special guy. Thank you very much, Steve.
Very cool.
Wow.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.